Welcome to my channel once again. This is the Pentecher of Kong Tech Fu, and today we're gonna tackle the complex subject of crypto and/or cryptocurrency. And one of the reasons why many people do not want to tackle the cryptocurrency space is that they are perplexed. They don't know how to get in. They don't know what to do, and this, that, and the other. And you try to talk to people about crypto, and this glazed look comes over their face, and then you lose them. Okay, now indeed there is a huge learning curve, but one of the things that we can do is that we can first of all, let me just put my little disclaimers in here. This is not financial advice, and never ever invest more than you can afford to lose. Okay, because these cryptocurrency platforms and different opportunities we have to make money, they are nothing more but tools. Okay, can you imagine any car mechanic completely shutting down his shop because one of his tools is not working? Say, oh well, there goes the hammer. I guess we got to close down this multi-million-dollar operation because, or a construction worker. Oh well, we can't build the building because the jackhammer is down. Nonsense. Okay, so just because one platform goes offline, or just because there's one rug pull or whatever, or you may even get wrecked here or there, because I've been into several projects where that just completely disappeared, like Simian nodes. And there are other projects that are indeed still functioning, yet they are completely things like Quantic. I have over $600 in there, but what they want to give me daily doesn't even equate my gas fees. So, but the thing is that we don't stop. We keep going like Broadway. The show must go on. And just because one of my tools is down, it does not mean that I stop. It means that I keep going, because this is a lifestyle. So this is not a get rich quick scheme or tactics. This is a get rich, I don't really like that word, get wealthy slow. Okay, because this is a lifestyle, and in order to incorporate this lifestyle, you first have to enter into the mindset and or the lifestyle of completely switching how you think and how you live, because most people trade their time for money and or have some sort of a job where they have to trade their time for money. There are some people that are wealthy that just choose to be at their occupation. However, most people, I would say, to be generous, it would still be in the 98, 99 percentile, trade their time for money because they don't have money, therefore they do not have the power of choice. So therefore, we're going to tackle today the drip ecosystem and how to utilize something that called the drip ecosystem. Okay, and the thing that is foremost in play now, the reason why I'm just showing you my computer screen today and I'm not showing you on the big screen is because it's come to my attention that it's very difficult to see what's going on the big screen. And if you were like I was when I first entered crypto, I needed explicit instructions. So if you don't know what to do in the crypto space, it's okay, because there are people who do. And basically we can use what I like to call the templative principle. The templative principle is simply, let's say for instance you wanted to do a resume. Now, is it necessary for you to choose the font and the heading and the spacing and and all of that stuff? No, it is not. You can go inside any computer program, Microsoft or whatever, and you can use what's known as a template. In other words, the entire document is set for you, and you simply have to go in and add your own individualized personal information and go ahead and print it out, because the spacing, the line spacing, the font, everything is already set for you. These crypto platforms are the same way. They are money making machines, and or digital asset machines. They are not financial securities. Let's get that straight, because financial securities are indeed taxable events. Now, there are some things that take place in cryptocurrency that indeed are taxable events, but you would have to consult your CPA who is knowledgeable about crypto. Once again, I'll say that again, a CPA who is knowledgeable about crypto, because not all CPAs are. So you have to contact your local accountant and or CPA to figure that out. But there are some programs out there that do that also. But for the most part, in crypto, we are dealing with we are not dealing with financial securities. We are dealing with digital assets. This is why it is decentralized, and which is why it is more times than not peer-to-peer. So when it comes to the drip ecosystem, let's get right down to it. When it comes to the drip ecosystem, there will be several templative maneuvers that you need to get down packed in order to be able to manipulate the crypto space. And one of those is being able to create LP tokens. LP tokens are liquidity pool tokens. Usually it's 2 tokens put together, but I've seen as many as 4 or 5 put together into one token to provide liquidity to the platform so that you can stake it or do farm yielding or what have you. In the drip garden, which is one of the partitions of the drip ecosystem, this is what's being utilized. So I'd like to introduce you to one of my favorite wallets here. And one of my favorite wallets, as you can see, I have MetaMask down here and I have BitKeep just above it. All right. Now, MetaMask is like my back door, even though it is the focal point of everything. I personally use it as my back door, okay? And I use BitKeep as my front door. So I have a back door and I have a front door, but they both lead to the same room. In other words, I created MetaMask first, and then I imported my MetaMask wallet into BitKeep. So therefore, everything I do in BitKeep resonates in MetaMask, and anything I do in MetaMask resonates in BitKeep, because they have different functions and I need them both at different intervals. Now, let us go into BitKeep. When you go into BitKeep, BitKeep is a multi-chain wallet that is responsible for a lot of things. It is leaps and bounds ahead of all the other crypto spaces. All right? So it does a lot of things. So you have to know what you are trying to achieve or what you are trying to do. Now, in order to make money at cryptocurrency, you got to have some. Okay, so that means we have to go out and get tokens. And in the drip garden, we're going to take the drip token itself. Let's just go over here real quick, and let's just go over here to the this used to say Binance Smart Chain. It says BNB now for whatever reason. But if we just go down here and scroll, we will see this drip token here. Okay, now this drip token and BUSD put together, that's up here in the drip garden, they put those two together, all right, to provide liquidity to the platform. If we go here and we go here, we go down here to the drip garden, we can actually get rid of one of these guys so that you can see what's going on here. Let's get rid of Bomb Evolution for a second there, even though that's not what we want to do. It's just sometimes it. Okay, Animal Farm is here. All right, we're going to go into that in just a second. But there is something foundational you need to understand first. In order to get the cryptocurrency you want, you have to realize that different exchanges, whether they are decentralized or centralized, and swappers. Swappers are things that are they're much quicker and they're much more user friendly most times, and they don't require as much data in order to get in and out. Okay, so swappers are kind of like, you know what I'm saying, the fast food checkout window, you know what I'm saying, where you just drive up, get your meal, and you drive off type of thing. Okay, but anyway, you have to know which swapper is going to serve your purpose. Okay, if you're using things like Uniswap, okay, Uniswap is primarily, you can see it right there, used for things of the Ethereum nature. And then of course right next to you see Arbitrum, okay, which is a layer 2 solution, an actual layer 2 solution. And then next to that you see Matic, which is used as a layer 2 solution, but it is not technically a layer 2 solution. Yes, it can do and perform as a layer 2, but it is actually not a layer 2 solution. It is actually, technically speaking, in terms of cryptocurrency, and those who know what they're talking about know that it is actually a side chain. However, it is used as a layer 2 because it can be used in that fashion. Okay, so Uniswap is primarily used for Ethereum and or tokens that are of an ERC20 nature. Okay, if you go to something like let's see if we can just find them here. Can we find them? Let's go to view all. Nope, they're not going to show them. But Trader Joe, okay, if Trader Joe wanted to show up, let's go up here. Maybe we can get him to show up. Nope, he's not going to show up. But you see, we have a host of things here. But Trader Joe, if you were to see Trader Joe, okay, Trader Joe is a swapper that is used when you want to trade AVAX on the AVAX blockchain, all right, or the AVAX mainnet. Sometimes you'll hear mainnet, sometimes you'll say blockchain. They are synonymous and interchangeable terms, okay. And then you have things like Gemini. You know, Gemini is primarily used for, you know, like the Bitcoin type of guy, okay? And then, you know, you got Sushi Swap, you know, you got Curve, you know, and Curve is primarily something that you're going to use. They do that every day. But, little boy who cried wolf, if somebody actually robs that card, no one will pay attention. But anyway, so you have all of these different swappers, okay? And then you've got bridges, you know, things like Evedo, things like Synapse. That's a whole nother story. But what we are going to concern ourselves with today is Pancake Swap. Now, Pancake Swap is for people who are primarily using the Binance Smart Chain, okay? Let us just go into Pancake Swap real quick, because if you're in the Drip ecosystem, this is where you're going to hang out most of the time, okay? But Forex Shark made it so simple for you that in most instances, you may not have to go in here if you're doing something simple, like simply providing a LP coin for the Drip Garden. Because when it comes to the Drip ecosystem, know that everything begins and ends in the Drip Garden. The Drip Garden nourishes the entire ecosystem. As a matter of fact, it's so efficient that you can utilize your proceeds from the Drip Garden and use it to nourish other projects that have nothing to do with the Drip ecosystem. Okay, but when we go here, when you're in, let's just go to the animal farm very quickly, so I can find out where you guys are. And of course, we're going to go to the Binance Smart Chain, and we're going to go here. We're going to pull up this side menu. We're going to go down here. We're going to connect our wallet, of course. Once we connect our wallet, I'm going to go up here to MetaMask. And the reason why I'm going to MetaMask is, like I told you, I connected BitKeep to my MetaMask wallet. So they are one and the same. They have, you know, one is the front door, one is the back door, okay? There's the same contract address. So we get the best of both worlds here. Now we're going to go back up here and we're going to go to the Drip Garden, okay? Now when we go here to the Drip Garden, we're going to go up here and we're going to see that in the garden, we have two coins here, which is an LP coin. All right. This is Drip/BUSD. In other words, Drip and BUSD. LP standing for liquidity pool. Okay. It means it's two coins that have been pinned together to create one coin. Okay. One unit of measure. All right. So it is this that you plant inside your garden, and it gives you seeds, okay? Plant seeds, sell seeds. Plant seeds is what will be in your max balance here, okay? And when you sell seeds, that is you getting Drip and BUSD. That's what the seeds mean. The seeds and the plants, that's just a cool motif, because we like to have fun in the crypto space. We're not just mere number crunchers. We actually like to have fun, because we're just ordinary people achieving financial independence in a very fun way. Now, in order to create this, Forex Sharp made it very easy for us because people that are in the crypto space are no strangers to a function that we call zapping in. Now, if you do EMP money, you're used to zapping in. If you do Dex Finance, you're used to zapping in. AIMS, like most tomb replicas, also known as tomb forks, utilize that zapping feature. They make it very easy for you, okay? In other words, you don't have to go into Pancake Swap and do it manually. You can. And we used to always do that until the zapping functions became something more efficient for us to use. Now, Forex in the Drip Liberation, he made it easy for us because not only did he give us the ability to provide liquidity to the platform utilizing Pancake Swap indirectly, this Drip Liberation interacts with Pancake Swap for you, okay? And you don't have to pay the 10% sales tax or the 10% buy tax, okay? And without paying the transaction tax, okay? Now the funds are sent to the contract and da-da-da. But what you're interested in is how can I get some drip/BUSD LP coin to plant in my garden so I can eventually become a whale, like Thomas G or Stunner Breezy or any of these guys that are, Jamie of Best Passive Income. These are all my guys, and we are following their footsteps because if you do what they do, you too will become a whale. You will have similar results. But once again, it's not about, get rich quick. It's about a lifestyle. And if this tool was to go down tomorrow, trust me, I have many other platforms where I can divert my resources to, like Luna Classic, like Dex Finance, like EMP Money, like Pulse Chain, Hex, Icosa, Horde, Furio, the list goes on, man. So this is just a tool. I would be very disappointed because Drip is indeed my number one project. Make no mistake about it, okay? Because Drip gives me the raw materials that I need to feed all of my other projects as well as becoming financially independent by having these self-replicating, self-governing machines that work for me round the clock. Okay, enough said. Now, what we're going to do is Forex made it very simple for us. You can go in here and you can input what you want to do. And you can simply use BUSD, which is a stable coin of the Binance Smart Chain. All right. And utilize that to fund, you will connect your wallet, of course. I can do that here, And I usually don't do that here because for whatever reason, the Drip Liberation, which is the old UI, does not work well with BitKeep. So in order to use the Drip Liberation, I usually go into MetaMask for that, and I handle it from there because my phone is from the Twilight Zone and it does stuff that it's not supposed to do. But it's okay because we have workarounds for that. We're like we find an excuse to win, man. We're winners, and just because something doesn't function properly or we have some type of setback, we don't stop. Like I said, this is like Broadway, man. The show must go on. So we always find a workaround and we always find a way to win. Winners, losers always find why it can't be done. Winners always find a reason why it can be done, okay? So be a winner and find a way around if it's not presently working the way that you want it to. Go over here, and if you hit this, now it seems to be doing something weird here. All right, we have ignition. So we can go back here and it'll bring up this menu and we can utilize any of these coins actually in order for this Drip Liberation interface to produce utilizing the value. Let's say we put $20 in here, $50 in here. Let's say we had $100 of this cake token up here or whatever. You could choose any of this stuff, right? But primarily the Drip Liberation uses the BUSD. So that's usually just fine. So you put that in there, you connect your wallet, and then you proceed to go ahead and let it do the do, and it does the swapper and this, that, and the other. Now, once it does the swap, let me go here. I'm about to press the wrong button. I hate when I press the wrong button. When you go back here, whatever you bought in the drip liberation will show up here in your balance and your mass, right? So see, now we can do this, okay? Because for whatever reason, this new UI, it functions well here, but the other one does not. Okay, so we'll go here, bam, and it shows our max here in the balance. Now, if we was to tap on max, it will go here, and it will bring up, this button will light up, and it says buy 0 plants. And you say, oh, well, how can I buy 0 plants? Don't fret. One thing that I learned as a computer tech long ago is always to realize that computers don't make mistakes. People do. So if something is going wrong, that means it's you. Okay? And more times than not, that's the definition of issue. It's you. But anyway, let's stop. So we go over here, right? We're just going to apply a little workaround here because it doesn't like all those numbers. So, we got to make the computer happy. So we just take one number off, okay? And then bam, it shows us, hey, lo and behold, 520 plants we have there. And if you want, you can even go and put that number back if you like, okay? And it'll still show up, okay? Just a little workaround for you there. And then you go ahead, you buy it, you confirm it, and it will go down here and add to your plants in there. And once it goes there, it'll continue to go and go and go. All right? So I made this primarily for people that are asking questions about, what to do and how do I do. So you don't really need to go into Pancake Swap for this particular function. However, you should have the knowledge and education on how to utilize Pancake Swap. There are plenty of videos on Pancake Swap. There are plenty of videos on providing liquidity. You will take that liquidity, you will come here. Now, here's something else. Let's just quickly go over this before we leave, okay? Let's go back to Pancake Swap. All right. And I want to show you guys this. Now, when we go here, we go over to this button here. You see that up there, liquidity? You're going to go there. And it's going to read what is in your wallet. Okay, you see it says loading. It's reading what LPs, according to the Binance Smart Chain, do I have in my wallet. And look at there. We have drip and BUSD. Wow, wow, wow. Very nice. So we hit this little down arrow to expand the menu. Okay, and we just scroll on down. And we've got some stuff in there, right? Okay, this is the same thing that you saw in the balance in the drip garden. Okay, and if we want, we can choose to remove this liquidity. So if we remove this liquidity, what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. This token is 50% drip, it's 50% BUSD. So when we remove the liquidity, what's going to happen is it's going to go back here to our wallets, and it's going to put the BUSD in this bracket, and it's going to put the drip where it belongs, if we can find it. It's going to put the drip there, and it's going to be in our wallets to utilize as we see fit. So once we remove that liquidity, if we so chose to, we can come back here. We can go into the drip community, and once we go into the faucet, all right, if we happen to be in the faucet, and just know that you just can't go into the faucet, all right? So everybody that's talking about, I got to get in the faucet, I got to get in the faucet, I got to get in the faucet, I got to get in the faucet. Well, you're going to have a buddy or a sponsor, okay? And you're going to have to create your account before you even try to get up in there. You can have 1,000 drip. You're not going to get in unless somebody brings you in, okay? And right now I don't have people on my team, and I was trying to refrain from making this video and even talking about the faucet yet, because your thoughts in the beginning of the drip ecosystem should not be on the faucet. I know a lot of people tell you, get in the faucet, get in the faucet, get in the faucet. I'm here to tell you that according to Forex Shark, according to the flow chart given to us by the creator, he tells you himself the most efficient way to do this is people saying, oh, I gotta buy some drip, gotta buy some drip. Oh, you need to buy drip at this low price. The price, Stunner Breezy will tell you the price does not matter. If you're in the garden, you are generating drip every day. You don't have to buy it. Simply feed your garden. Once you get up to 50,000, 75,000, 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, once you're making all of them plants and you split that LP token apart, you can take that drip and you simply throw it in here. You don't need to buy it. You don't need to chase the price. You don't need to hurry up and get into the faucet. The faucet is going to be there, man. It's been there for 17 months. It'll continue to be there. All right? So don't be so worried about running into the faucet. Focus on your garden. Whatever attention you're planning to put into the faucet, put it into the garden. Okay? Build your garden. Once you get 100, 200,000, plants, then you might think about the garden. But even then, being that this is a time-sensitive issue, we just learned from Forex Shark just yesterday that we now know when the farms will go live. Because right now, it's all about the pigs, it's all about the dogs, it's all about the farms, and these tokens will rise in value. And when these tokens rise in value, of course, your drip garden is going to explode exponentially, all right? So if I were you, I wouldn't even concern myself with the garden, but people want to do what they want to do, and I'm not going to hold anybody back. All I can tell you is the best way to do something. And if you don't believe me, you can go and get your own experience. All right. I am telling you, according to the law of cause and effect and universal principle. You know what a universal principle is? A universal principle is something that is true for everybody, regardless of time and regardless of opinion. A universal is a principle that is true for everyone, okay? Because if someone was to go up to the top of the Empire State Building and jump off, they will fall to their death. If you go to the top of the Empire State Building and jump off, you will fall to your death. That's a universal principle. So if you don't want to listen to the universal principles of efficiency, okay, do not attack this thing in a desperate fashion. All right. This is to get wealthy slow, and don't think that you're missing anything. You must know that the universal has you exactly. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. All right. But learn from experience. But do not apply an attitude of desperation, doubt, fear, and loss, and all of that stuff. All right. Simply take it as it comes. And do what you can. And the best thing you can do for yourself is to thoroughly engage yourself into, because it all begins and ends in the drip garden. Okay? That's where it all begins and that's where it all ends. Because it's like rinse and repeat, man. You start in the garden, you go all the way through the pig pen, the piggy bank, you go through all of that, but you come right back to the garden for a rinse and repeat. Okay, that's why it is known as an infinite money looping machine. All right, so there you have it, guys. So go ahead and review this material. Play around with the Pancake swap. Know and understand that is for the Binance Smart Chain. Do not go into other swappers like Trader Joe and stuff like that. Trader Joe is for AVAX. That has nothing to do with this platform. This is the Binance Smart Chain, blockchain, mainnet, whatever you want to call it. All right. So you will be dealing with Pancake swap in order to add and remove liquidity. When you remove liquidity, that will simply be going into your wallet, where you can utilize that BUSD. You could pay yourself out. You could turn it into Bitcoin, send it into your Cash App, and extract the money through the ATM. You can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? And you could take the drip, of course. And if you're hell bent on getting into the faucet, or if you already are in the faucet, you can use it to feed your faucet. You don't have to chase the price of drip, okay? Because you'll be manufacturing drip in the garden every day. This is something that we use in tune forks all the time. Like in EMP money, we don't buy E shares, we earn them. We don't buy A shares, we earn them. You know what I'm saying? We don't buy snow shares if you're using the brand new snow pegs. We earn them, okay? Same way here. You don't buy drip, you earn it in the garden. Why would you buy something that you already have? All you got to do is whatever you're going to buy in drip, put it in the garden and simply earn more. Okay? Why buy milk when you got a cow? All right? So that's it. That's all. I'm signing off. Bye-bye, guys.